What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fine, and today, as usual, we're going to continue with the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 68th part of the first book, so let's get started. And Marcus Cata, Scipio Africanus, Quintus Metellus, and Gaius Laelius, all eloquent men, did not use one and the same method for adding brilliance to their oratory and to the dignity of the state. After all, there is no decree of nature, law, or tradition to prevent any one person from mastering more than one art. So even if, for example, Pericles was the most eloquent man in Athens and at the same time the leading statesman in that community for many years, that is no reason to assume that the two faculties are necessarily characteristic of the same individual and belong to the same art. Nor if Publius Crassus was at the same time an eloquent man and an expert in the law, does it follow that oratorical ability automatically implies a knowledge of civil law? For if a prominent representative of one art also acquires mastery of another, and this accomplishment leads us to assume that what he knows about the second art is actually part of the field wherein he is prominent, then, on this principle, we could say that being good at playing ball and 12 lines belongs to the civil law, since Publius Caepio was a master at both these games. And on the same principle, it could be said that those whom the Greeks call natural philosophers are also poets, since the natural philosopher Epictetus composed a magnificent poem, but as it is, not even the philosophers who want to possess all fields and claim them as their own property are so bold as to assert that mathematics or music theory belongs to the philosopher just because Plato is acknowledged by all to have been a consummate master of these arts. If you still want to assign all the arts to the orator, it is more acceptable to formulate the case as follows. Since the faculty of speaking should not be barren and plain, but should be spiced and adorned with the pleasing variety of many subjects, let it be the mark of a good orator to have heard much, to have seen much, to have surveyed much in his thinking and his reflection, and much also in his reading, though not to have acquired these things as his own possessions, but to have tasted what belongs to others. For I admit that he ought to be a resourceful sort of man, an untrained novice in no subject, and no foreigner or stranger in the practice of pleading cases. Alright, guys, so thank you for watching today this reading session. We're going to continue tomorrow the next part. Thank you, see you, and bye.